Hey guys, this is a Prelims focus news discussion of 27th and 28th of November. Guys, the first news was about National Law Day, and this year this day has been celebrated jointly by Law Commission of India and Niti Aayog, and the day was 26th of November. Guys, this day hold a very important day in the history of India, because on that very day Indian constitution was adopted. Alright, but however that was partially adopted. The full adoption came in 1950, 26 January 1950. So guys, this National Law Day was basically it was announced on 25th of October by the government, that 26th November will be celebrated as Constitutional Day as well as a National Law Day in the memory of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who was the president of the then Constituent Assembly. Next news about Interstate Council, and it was being organized by Union Home Ministry. And guys, this council has been made under the recommendation of Panchi Commission on the Center-State Relations, and Panchi Commission submitted its report on 2010. Right, 2010. Guys, this talking about this council per se, this council is only a recommendatory body, right? They can only recommend to government, means whatever they will say to the government is not mandatory that government has to adopt that recommendation and implement it, right? Government can do that, government cannot also do that. And it is under the Article 263 of the Constitution, and it is not a permanent constitutional body. Guys, remember it is not a permanent constitutional body. Government can appoint this interstate council whenever the time is required for the government to do so, right? And the Prime Minister is chairman of it, and other chief ministers of all the states are also member, and everybody sit at a particular table, and they just talk about that what are the issues that are being faced by different states, and they mediate and talk about all the issues whatever is being faced by those states, right? And those issues are being covered under this council only, right? So yeah. Next news about World Health Organization guideline on responding to child health abuse. Guys, this is for the first time it's happening that the World Health Organization has helped these frontline healthcare providers to give high quality, compassionate and respectful care to those children and adolescents who have experienced some sort of sexual abuse, in order to protect them from the post-traumatic distress disorder and anxiety, depression, which leads them to even harm themselves, and also at some cases it is being seen that they often do suicidal cases, right? So it basically protects the consequences of their mental, physical, sexual and reproductive health and well-being, and they are more likely to engage in unsafe sex. So in the post-traumatic disorder, they see that we have been raped or we have been sexually abused, so we don't have anything, right? So they often go into brothels, right? Brothels in the sense the places where the prostitutional activities are going on, and they engage themselves in unsafe sex, abuse, drug, alcohol, and they have the risk of sexually transmitted disease and HIVs. That's why the World Health Organization has seen all these clauses and have ordered these frontline health providers to give some sort of health conducive environment for those children by offering different kind of help, like emergency contraceptive pills to girls, offer hepatitis B and HPV vaccination, and also report child abuse to designated authorities whenever such sort of the report is being received by them, right? So in that case they have to report to the concerned authorities. So these are some sort of recommendation. You can read many more recommendations are also there, guys. Now, and one more thing I just forgot to tell, that this is being done by the WHO, because see, the children are the future of nation, right? If you're not taking care of the future of nation at the very present situation, then they might go to, they won't yield the actual demographic dividend also, and it will be better for India, right? India and other nations only, if the children of today is getting better, right? So that's why these sort of steps has been taken for the first time by the World Health Organization. Next news about Aditya L1, though it was in news previous years also, so but still again we have to read that ISRO, that is Indian Space Research Organization, is planning to launch Aditya L1, and India's maiden mission to the sun in 2019, and it is being said that it will be India's first solar mission, and it will study the sun's outermost layer, corona and chromosphere, and also collect the data about coronal mass ejections, है ना, so that our scientists can predict the future space weather predictions also. So different models for the origin of solar storms and also for constraining how the reform evolves and what path they take through the interplanetary space that is between the sun and earth. Means this Aditya L1 satellite will observe all these things, that what are the path that is being taken by these solar storms, right? And guys, one more very important thing is that Aditya L1 will be placed at a Lagrange point L1. Now what is Lagrange point? The point at which the the gravitational force combinedly by sun and earth nullifies each other, right? So those points are called Lagrange points. So Aditya L1 will be kept at L1 Lagrange point, all right, and it will be placed at halo orbit only. Now next news is about first artificial intelligent politician has been developed by an entrepreneur in New Zealand. So it has a quality that the name of this robot is Sam. So Sam can answer any sort of local issues such as policies related to housing, education and immigration. And yeah, this is all about this first artificial intelligence politician, guys. Now next news about National Milk Day. Now 26th November was again also celebrated as National Milk Day across the country, because that day is the birth anniversary of the father of white revolution, Dr. Verghese Kurien. Now guys, there are 3 raw data that is being given, which you can imply in your mains answer writing in your essay whenever required, and also for the geography optional people, right? So that is becoming very important, so just remember it. And one more thing, guys, yeah, I've already uploaded this geography optional classes on Academy platform, and I'm giving the link below in the description. So if you at all want to just go through those geography optional classes, so you can click the link below, and you can, that will redirect you to the place where the geography optional classes are available. Now India ranks first in the milk production. These are the raw data, right, across the country, and it accounts for around 18.5% of the world milk production. And Food and Agriculture Organization in 2014 has kept the data that the milk production, there has been increase in milk production by 3.1%. and guys, in terms of the per capita availability of milk in India, it is 322 gram, which is more than the world average, that is 294 grams. So India is very rich in this milk production. Now next news about world's smallest data recorder, which is made of bacteria, and this is being this has been discovered by US based researcher, all right, which is, and this is said that it is world's smallest data recorder, which is enabling bacteria not only to interact with the environment but also timestamp the events, all right. And researchers create this microscopic data recorder by the technique which is called CRISPR-Cas9 technique, all right. We have already discussed about it in many earlier classes. Now I'll not discuss it again, otherwise it will take many time. Now new classes of technology that uses bacterial cells for everything from disease diagnosis to environmental monitoring, means the two applications are majorly focused, I mean, in this smallest data recorder, which is made of bacteria. And it is being said that up till now there were many things which was not possible to record, right? So those things will be recorded by this bacteria. So indeed, I mean, very good news for science. Alright, next news about program to train elected women representative of Panchayati Raj institution, and government has launched an intensive training program for the elected women representatives of Panchayati Raj institutions, and they want to master them, right? Because up till now it was alleged that whenever they were being selected from any villages or any panchayat, then their work was being supervised or done by the male members of the family, right? So in order to make them empower, in order to make them the sole authority of whatever the decision is being taken by them, so government is providing this training activities so that they can effectively get hold of the governance process of their village. All right, and it will help them to assume the leadership role also, and as well as it will guide their village towards a more prosperous future, because ultimately all the decisions are being taken by the the women members of that society, right? So they always take, I mean, it is being said psychologically that women are more they are kind of more of empathetic and intelligent. So and eventually, I mean, it will lead to a good governance in future. All right, and guys, yeah, this program is organized by National Institute of Public Cooperation and Child Department, which is under the Women and Child Development Ministry, and they are telling that this will approximately train 20,000 elected women representatives. So yeah, it is a good news. Next is a bill on quota in private sector has been introduced in Rajya Sabha in this winter session of the parliament. So see guys, I'll not discuss it now, because let the bill formally come, then we'll discuss about whole soul. Though these was the news in past 3 to 4 months, I guess. Yeah, this was the news, but okay, we'll discuss it later in details. Next is about an exercise called International Multilateral Maritime Search and Rescue Exercise, and which is being held in Bangladesh under the aegis of Indian Ocean Naval Symposium, and it is being said that it is the first ever operational exercise which is being held under the aegis of Indian Ocean Naval Symposium in Bangladesh, and it is a regional forum of Indian Ocean littoral states which is represented by the Navy chiefs, launched by India in February 2008. It represents around 23 countries and 9 observer states, and the main aim is that it will increase the maritime cooperation among all those littoral states. And also under this exercise, guys, different things has happened, like humanitarian assistance and disaster relief exercise has been taken place, information security and interoperability exercise has been taken place, as well as anti-piracy exercise has also been taken place. Now next is about G20 Sherpa. This was the news because Sri Shashikant Das, who was earlier's former secretary, Department of Economic Affairs, he has been appointed as India's G20 Sherpa. Now what is this Sherpa? First we have to know. This is basically a term which is derived from Nepali Sherpa people who guide mountaineers in the Himalayas, right? So they are kind of guides. I mean, G20 Sherpas also kind of guides to the government. Now, what is their work? They are basically the personal representative of leader of member country. Say, for example, Mr. Shashikanta Das will be the representative of the leader of India as in any kind of international summits like G8, G20 or Nuclear Security Summit, and they will engage themselves in planning, negotiation, implementation of tasks through summits, and they coordinate the agenda, and they bring about concessions in higher political levels of their own country. So these are sort of work for this Sherpa, right? Now, so guys, the current affair of today is off for now. We'll meet in tomorrow's class. Till then, bye bye, take care, and thank you for listening, guys. And one more thing, just for geography optional classes, I'm giving the link below. Just go through that. All right, you will get the geography optional classes and free of cost. That is kept in Unacademy, so you can visit it there. And also, if your friends is there, so you can refer those courses to them also, right? Just tag them, all right, or send the link to them. Yeah. So bye bye guys. Thank you for listening today. Bye.